Did you think we were done talking about red flags? Don't worry, there's always more. So these are more general warning signs that you may want to look out for when you are looking for a kinky partner. So stick around. We're going to talk about even more red flags. Hey guys, it's Morgan with BDSM Relationships and Education. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Today we're going to talk about general red flags that could apply to anybody within the kink scene. But before we do that, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up so that I know to make more of this type of video. This is going to be part of our kinky dating series so that you have an idea of what to look out for when you're looking for a kinky partner. So I did kind of talk about this in one of the other videos. I can't remember whether it was the dominant or the submissive one, but people that insult other people as fakes, basically. Whether that is telling you that you aren't a real dominant or a true sub, or just insulting other community members or educators or whomever. Just saying that anybody is a fake BDSMer, basically. It's just, first off, it's a shitty thing to do, but also it kind of sends up a red flag in that, are they somebody who believes in the one true way, where their way is the only way to do kink and everybody else is totally wrong? Or are they just trying to sort of hide their own inadequacy, where, I mean, if they insult everybody else as fake, then they must be real? I don't know. To me, it's just, that is such a red flag to have someone that just, you know, dismisses anybody else as fake in any way, or that uses it against you to say, well, you're not a real sub dom, whatever it is, to try to manipulate you into doing the thing that they want you to do. So really, yeah, anybody who insults anyone else as a fake, huge red flag. Our next one, number 2 here, is going to be the people who have a one-track mind. So basically, if they go to a munch, they only want to talk to the person that is the, right gender and orientation and kink role and hotness that they're looking for, right? Everybody else might as well not even exist. Usually out to get something for themselves. So that may be, the guy who's out looking for sex, that may be the woman who's out looking for, people to scam for money, whatever it is. It's probably not someone you want to be involved with. So people like that send up a real red flag. Usually, and at least when I've run munches before, if they come to my munch and try to use it as a meat market and they refuse to talk to anybody other than that very narrow, subset of the people that they are interested in having sex with or whatever, then I ask them not to come back, because they make other people feel uncomfortable. It's just not appropriate. Munches are not meat markets. They are just a place to hang out and get to know other kinky people. So we want to keep them as a place that is safe to explore your identity and your kink role or whatever it is, obviously within the vanilla context in that case. But yeah, so they can be a real problem. And you get them in more than like munches. You can find them online or at events or wherever. But the munch example is just one that I have personally experienced a few times. People that are generally unwelcome in the community can be a huge red flag. So this will be number 3 for us here. Communities do have a tendency of driving out people who are known consent violators or abusers and things like that. Now, I do want to point out that communities are not perfect, and sometimes people get missed. So you can't just assume that because somebody is a member of the BDSM community that they must be a safe person and not an abuser or anything like that. That is absolutely not the case. You still need to look out for these things. But if they are not welcome in their local community, there is a good chance that there's a damn good reason for it. So I'm always wary of people who are not welcome in their community. Now, this is different from people who, just prefer to not join the community, who want to, just do their kink in private and not be a part of a larger community. That is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's that, You've been kicked out of the community. You're not welcome there. Those people are a problem. So they could be abusers or predators, that kind of thing. Or it could be, that they are just so lacking in social skills, or they have other, issues that make them inappropriate to be part of a group of people interacting. So to me, it's a huge red flag if you are not welcome in the local kink community or other kink communities. I know that there is one fellow in particular around here who managed to get kicked out of pretty much every uh, event community within about 200 kilometers, outside of Toronto. It was like this huge circle of not welcome. And the only reason that it ends at like that 200 kilometers is because he hasn't tried to go further than that. And I've had run-ins with this individual. Everybody pretty much has had run-ins with this individual. He has been given chance after chance after chance and proved that he didn't deserve any of those chances. So these kind of things happen. You do have to be careful, even when people are part of the community. But with any luck, if your community is good, they will drive those kind of people out. So beware of those. I mentioned it in both of the other videos, but number 4 here, it took me a minute, are the people who live in that fantasy porn land. If they can't tell the difference between porn and regular everyday life, obviously that's a problem. If you were dating in the vanilla world, you would expect somebody to understand the difference between, pornography and what happens between, people on a regular basis. Like, not everybody invites the milkman in and, has sex with him. So we know that this is not true. We need to take that knowledge and apply it to BDSM porn as well. It is a fantasy, and it's, that's what it's supposed to be, but it's not real life. So you need to understand that. And people who can't differentiate between those are a bit of a problem. And so they're the type of people that have this sort of idea that, like, say, all doms are evil humiliatrix bitches who are just here to, like, fuck asses or something. And of course, all the male doms are totally Christian Grey millionaires, billionaires who fly you off in their private jet and stalk you for no particular reason. So again, this is a problem if we can't separate fantasy from reality. So basically, yeah, to me, it's a big red flag that somebody can't figure those things out. Now it could totally be inexperience, in which case I believe that education is the right approach so that we can show them, hey, those might be fun to fantasize about, but here's the way most people do this in reality. A much more realistic approach to. Next up are the people who are claimed to be very experienced but prefer to partner with newbies. So if you're new and you're looking for somebody else who is also new to explore and you can like learn and grow together, that's totally cool. That is an absolutely reasonable thing to do. If you are someone who is experienced and you happen to meet somebody that you click with and they're new to the community, that too is totally okay. In fact, my partner is somewhat new to BDSM and I'm a lot more experienced. There's nothing wrong with those kind of pairings. The problem comes where somebody that says that they're, super experienced, but they're only looking for people who are absolutely brand new in the kink community. Now that shows that they are looking for somebody, that doesn't know any better a lot of the time, right? So maybe it's to hide the fact that they are actually inexperienced. A new person may not know the difference between someone who's got a lot of experience versus someone who doesn't. So that's why they're after that. But it could be something a lot worse. It could be somebody looking to take advantage of new people. And I've certainly seen that through like just being a part of the community for as long as I have. I've seen people come in and say that they are like the Uber Dom and they've been doing this for as long as kink has existed, and they're only interested in the people who are under the age of 21 and, this is their first time that they've set foot at a munch or a dungeon or something like that. And those are the only ones they're after. And it's usually because they feel that those people are easier to manipulate. Whether they are or not is another thing entirely. But they can sort of browbeat them and convince them that this is the way kink is supposed to be done. And it's really, again, it's problematic behavior because uh, you know, if I'm looking for a partner, to me, experience wasn't a big deal, whether they're brand new, whether they're experienced. I mean, I'm not crazy about people who are brand new, just because I've been around for so long and I'm looking for somebody that has at least a bit of experience, who knows what they're looking for. So another sort of within that I see often are people that will advertise themselves as a trainer or a mentor, and then expect to have one-on-one access only, and of course sexual access. Um, so that can be a real problem. And again, it's similar to the ones who are experienced and say they want like someone brand new. It sort of all lumps in together, where they are generally looking to take advantage. People that are, kink educators will do things like myself. They hold workshops, they, write books, they put themselves out there. In a way that everybody can access. I'm certainly, here I am, and I've had criticism on my channel, and I try to answer it as best I can. And I think we've had some really awesome and productive conversations in the comments. And nobody really needs to advertise themselves as a mentor. If you are mentor material, if you are like have skill in a certain area, and you are, really good at it, people will ask you to teach them. You don't have to advertise and be like, oh, I'm a mentor. Usually the people who advertise as mentors are looking to take advantage. Again, whether that is sexual advantage, financial advantage, whatever. There's all kinds of ways to take advantage of people, sadly. So those are some of the more general red flags that I have seen within the kink community, in addition to the other 2 videos on red flags that I've already done. So we've got 3 videos, but I'm curious, what red flags have you guys found? What sort of sets off your sense of, hey, something isn't right here? So leave me comments and let me know what your experiences are in that world. Thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.